Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Richie from Boston. It's the 19th of December, 2021. And man, the agenda pushes forward unabated. It's amazing to me how quickly everything is playing out right now. And I really hope people have a grasp of this situation. Understand that the passports are going to they're going to force you to walk it like you talk it. And it's going to be the most difficult thing you've ever done in your life. Praying unceasingly, I find myself doing that. I pray an awful lot, and I try not to be redundant. I try not to pray the same thing over and over again, like a heathen. You know what I mean? And I've had an issue that has been occupying so much of my thoughts. Somebody that I have to deal with that I cannot stand, but I have no choice but to deal with them. And in the middle of my, I don't know, how about this? Do not be overcome by evil, but overcome evil with good. Vengeance is the Lord's. That Bible verse fell into my lap last night, and it made so much sense to me. It says that if your enemy is hungry, feed them. If your enemy is thirsty, give them a drink. For vengeance is the Lord's. It's not our place. And if you really take that Bible verse to heart, it lifts a tremendous weight off your shoulders. I used to be, well, I am a drug addict, but I have been clean for almost 12 years. I don't do oxys, I don't do heroin. I've been clean for almost 12 years. And it took me a decade to finally get clean. And people used to ask me, how did you stop? How did you, like, statistically, I should never have quit. I should have ended up dead or in prison for the rest of my life. And I used to tell people, God put his hand on my shoulder and said, you've had enough. And that truly is the case. But something that we used to say in the halls of Narcotics Anonymous all the time were, God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. I never realized how much value there was in that particular prayer. I was just saying it because everyone else was saying it. That's what you said. You know what I mean? I knew it by heart, blah, blah, blah. But if you think about that, God, grant me the serenity, the calmness, the level head to accept things I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. If you have to deal with something that no matter what, you can't change it. It's not in your power to change this particular situation. Just let it go. If you can change it, but you're afraid to, pray for the courage to do so. And if you can't change it, accept it. I don't know if that even makes any sense, but it does. It does to me. Because there's certain things that no matter what, you just cannot change them. Trying to figure out why a person acts a particular way, it's like trying to shovel the waves back into the ocean. It's a waste of your time. At any rate, I'm taking the truck right now for a shakedown run. I'm taking it for about 100-mile run. Make sure everything is as it should be. Nothing falls off, nothing loosens up, etc., etc., etc. And my intent is to be out of here Tuesday or Wednesday. And I'm still trying to figure out which way I'm going. I've been communicating via email with a couple of people, and it's funny because the emails are being edited. By whom? I do not know. I have 24,000 followers on Twitter, and I tweet pretty much like once a day, maybe 5, 6, 7, 8 times a week. I'm not on Twitter all the time. I'm not on social media. I try not to be. And for some reason or another, somebody is shadow banning me. So something that I've been telling you is accurate, and they don't want to hear it. And I got to tell you, at the point we're in right now, we saw this coming. Mandatory vaccines, well, they're not calling them mandatory, but if you don't have them, you can't participate in life. You see what I'm saying? You can't buy, you can't sell, you can't come in the building, you can't do this, and that's going to get exponentially worse. And every single day, the mainstream is putting up how-to videos on how to install the passport onto your phone. It's easy and quick and helpful and safe. Safety. You want to be safe, don't you? And also, again, today, one of my laptops, every day my laptops try to update, even though they never used to do that. They're doing it every day with this new internet threat. Every day they're trying to update, and every day the computers are crashing. I'm getting the blue screen. My computer's going into safe mode. I think I've only seen that maybe twice, and every time that happened, it was because I put a new hard drive or I put new RAM in it. I messed with the computer and I got a blue screen. But now it's doing it on its own. So that tells me they're getting ready to maybe selectively pull the internet down, maybe just certain people. But when I tell you this, Keith from 𝗵𝗵𝗿𝗍 YouTube channel can attest to this. We've been communicating with each other, and somebody is editing our emails before we receive them. How crazy is that? How crazy is that? At any rate, I don't even know what I'm saying here, but long story longer, be ready. Pray. Pray as often as you think of it, and ask God for help. He'll give it to you. At any rate, 𝗵𝗵𝗿𝗍𝗮𝗧, I am out.